Yeah, good evening, guys.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
You're able to see my screen?
Yes, visible.
So others, so yesterday we discussed about what is compute, okay, and what is the compute main services we are going to cover
Yeah.
in this course. So we are going to cover 7 computer modules, that is EC2, Elastic Beanstalk, Lambda, Fargate, ECR, EKS, and ECS as well. So I explained you about the differences between EC2, Lambda, ECS, EKS, Fargate, and Elastic Beanstalk, and why we need to choose the optimal compute service, right? So,
Yeah.
and we were about to start EC2 instances. Okay, we'll just wait for minutes for others to join.
Yeah. Okay.
They posted in the group. Maybe they are also checking their email.
Yeah, after refresh, we are able to see. I did refresh couple of times, check about this.
Yes, yesterday I just spoke to them. Actually, they also called me after the class. There was some issue in the portal. That's why it is getting disconnected often.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So yesterday I started with the EC2. So now EC2, before we start, what are the applications you have? Maybe how many applications you have? I told you. I asked you. You guys said like 20, 40, right? So what are the types of applications, apps you are using? One type of application will be there, na? What are those types of applications?
Banking services, games,
Yes.
right?
Okay, games. Yes, gaming server. Let us take this one. Games you want to handle means you need a gaming server. Am I right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
types of servers are there. Types of servers are there. Server is nothing but, I already told you. Server is nothing but EC2. Correct. Now
Mm.
same thing on normal computers will have gaming server. Correct.
Mm.
And we said banking application. So application server. Correct. Next
Yes.
one. What else you have? What else servers you have?
photo editing apps or like
Media,
media.
social media, media editing, media application, media server. Okay, then what else you have in your mobile? Just check your mobile and see what are the
Shopping
applications.
apps.
Okay, shopping app is a website, so web server, correct? Okay,
Yeah.
next one.
Mm.
What else you have in your mobile?
Netflix or
Check.
something like that, whatever we watch, OTT apps.
That
Prime.
will also come under media or catalogs or not OTT but streaming streaming videos.
Mm. Mm.
We have the
Sir, your voice is not audible. I don't know whether I am facing this issue or.
Voice is breaking. Not yeah.
Okay, you're also not. Yeah, even I'm not able to hear.
Yes.
yes, mail server. Then we have like you want to transfer some file from one place to another place, large amount. So we can have file server. Then you want to import, you're becoming a seller or something, you want to import lot of logs, website, cat server. And there you will watch movies down, then movie
So
down.
your screen is stuck. We are I'm not able to see your screen also, and voice
The
is
proxy
breaking.
websites, right? The proxy server. What other able to hear me? Okay. Can you able to hear me now? So what are the types of server? That's what we are saying. So we just discussed like server file catalog. In normal physical server, we have these many as we have. Same thing with the AWS also. So here you can able to see in the on-premise server, we have all these servers, right? Catalog, file, compute service
Sir,
systems.
your screen
Now,
is
whatever
not
you're able to
visible.
have it in your physical, you'll be having a
Hello.
EC2 also. Visit instance, as I already told you yesterday, there are T plus. Able to see. 1 minute.
Sir, I think there is some network issue. Your voice is not audible as well as your screen is not visible.
Was not audible. Hello.
Screen is also not visible.
Screen is also. Okay, I'll refresh it. Okay, you just be online. Okay, I'm refreshing it. Okay. Am I audible now? Am I audible now? And my screen is
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, now you're
okay.
audible.
Okay, so whatever you are able to have it in your physical server,
Screen is not visible.
same
Yes. Yeah, now it is.
whatever you are able to see it in a physical server, you'll be able to see it in the cloud also. So as I told you already yesterday, like 270 plus servers we have, types we have. Okay, so in that, what type of server we are going to use it, that for which application, what application we are developing, based on that we can able to use it. So that option is available in your EC2. That means we decide. AWS will provide a system, that is virtual system. You can convert that into an application server or web server or whatever server you want, based on your requirement. Okay. Now, what is EC2? What is EC2? As the name itself says, EC2, that is Elastic Compute Cloud. Elastic Compute Cloud. That is what is mean by this? That is compute services in the cloud, and which is having elasticity. Elasticity means what? Increase or decrease. Increase or decrease. We can able to add servers. We can able to remove server also. So as I already mentioned previously, virtual machine. We call this EC2 as virtual machine. Okay. So now virtual machine refers to nothing but EC2 instance. Now here you have to take the full control. It's like your computer is given to you. You decide whether what operating system you want to put, and whatever you are taking, that is called guest operating system. Whatever you are taking in the cloud, you are taking is your guest operating system. Whatever the cloud has, that is called host operating system. Okay. So on the top of their layer only we are launching. So we are a guest, we come and we'll go, but they are the main, so they are the host. So we can able to launch instance of any size, like I told yesterday, configuration like 20,000 K, also 10,000, 30,000, 40,000, whatever rate you can able to buy a computer. Same thing here also, there are a lot of types. As I told you, 270 types are there. You can select any size which you require for your application. Next, how will you launch this EC2 instance? How will you launch? Means first we need a template. We need a template. Like for example, you want to install VLC media player in your system. What you want? You want that exe file, right? Let us say you want that exe file. Maybe you kept it in your pen drive. Okay. Now what you will do when you want to install that application in your system? What you will do? You will double click and install it. Correct? You will double click and install it. Am I right?
Yes.
Let us say you kept it in a pen drive itself. Now pen drive you have VLC media player and you are installing it in your system. Will that VLC media player copy from your pen drive will get deleted once you install?
No.
Will the copy in the pen
No.
drive? Yes, no, right? It will not get deleted. It will be there only. So that is a old copy. From that copy, I'm creating multiple copies. Correct? Multiple application can do with that copy. Same thing on this Amazon machine. Amazon machine image will have a server copy. Okay, it's a setup configuration copy. From that copy, I can able to launch multiple instance. From AMI, we can create multiple instance, like your stamp pad, like how your stamp pad using stamp one stamp, I can put multiple seals, and it's going to a ditto copy. Same only Amazon machine image here. So how we launch a computer? That means how when you go and buy a computer, it takes some per one day itself it will go. And if you want to buy one computer, it will take one day. Overall, you go to the shop, you will go with the mindset that I'll go and to buy some HP laptop, but the shopkeeper will say HP is not good, or HP he don't have, but he will try to explain other companies is super duper, all these things he will say. Again you will might have a second thought that okay, we'll go with this one, or you switch the shop, you will go to another shop and buy it, right? So it will take at least one day to configure one system with the proper internet and everything, even if you rush up also. But here we can able to launch a computer within a minute's time, within a minute's time. And you can also control the traffic, that is to and fro traffic, that is to and fro to the computer, who can connect, who cannot connect, who are allowed, who is not allowed. Everything is decided by you. Okay. So just a EC2. This is your EC2. Now to launch an EC2 instance, there are nine key decisions you have to take. Nine key decisions you have to take. What are those 9 key decisions? We'll see that. Okay. First one. You maybe if you have a note, you can write all these nine. First one, AMI, instant type, network settings, IAM role, usage option, security groups, and all these things we see. Definitely, I will into my account, account user. Just now I told you what is in the AMI, Amazon machine image. Amazon machine that will be in the template. It is but the template that is used to create an EC2 instance. Like your stamp pad, I told you, it's a template. On the template, I am going to create multiple sheets like your Excel sheet. One Excel sheet is there. With that Excel sheet, I can just click Control New, Control, and I can create multiple sheets. Correct? And new sheets. Same thing here. This AMA is a template which is mainly used to create EC2 instance, and it will contain Windows, Linux operating system, and other operating system options also, and some configurations. Some template will have pre-software installed, like how you are getting your mobile. When you buy your mobile, you're able to see some applications are already installed by default. Yes or no? Is it everything you are only installing? Something is already installed by them. Are you guys able to hear me? Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are able to. Okay. So as I told you, like a stamp pad, this is like a template where we can able to launch our EC2 instance, multiple EC2 instances. Okay, but here they have stored all the templates there. Some will have without pre-installed software. Some will have pre-installed softwares also. That is how we use. Somebody is selling that already previously used configuration. There it will be some softwares installed by default, like your mobile phone. When you buy a mobile phone, it is by default they have installed some applications. Correct? By default, same thing. Now their AMI is giving four options. One first AMI is giving four options. What are those four options to launch your instance quickly? First one, quick start. Quick start is nothing but default. It is selected Linux, Amazon Linux, which are provided by AWS. Okay, they have already configured and set. We can directly go and select the configuration. Another one is My AMI. My AMI is nothing but your folder where whenever you create an EC2 instance, that template will get automatically stored here in the My AMI. Why it wants to store in your account? Because if you want to launch the instances in some other location, in some other the same configuration, you can able to launch faster. For that, it will automatically store in the my AMI. Next, we have AWS Marketplace. AWS Marketplace. What does this marketplace will do? Usually, normally, what does a marketplace will have? Your normal vegetable marketplace. What will have? You will have all the items, correct? You will have all the items. If tomato means tomato is not only sold by only one person. Multiple people might be sold selling tomato. Am I right? Yes. So same thing here in the AWS, this AWS marketplace, the pre-configured templates from the third parties, it will get stored here automatically. They will sell it. They will sell it if the configuration what you are looking for is there, you can able to take it directly and use it. As usual, same cost will be applicable. Okay, same cost will get applicable. It is approved by AWS itself, that you can able to use that templates. Okay, that is your AWS marketplace. Another one is community AMI. Community AMI is also same thing, only it's templates will be pre-configured and launched published by the third party vendors, but the thing is it is not approved by AWS. We have to use it at our own risk. Okay, we have to use it at our own risk. These are the four options we have in our machine. This AMI. So if you go for the uh, EC2 instance, let me go to my console page. You're able to see my console page, Amazon account page. Now here you can able to see instances. You are able to see instances. This is your server. I want to launch my instance. I want to launch my server. Then I have to mention launch instance. Now here the name of the instance we can mention, like I'm mentioning web server. Now here you can able to see this is my server name. Okay. Now here you can able to see AMI, that is Amazon machine image. Here the Amazon machine image give you the four options which I just showed you. First it will just redefine template, it will show. Then it's our rights, we can able to select either from Amazon Marketplace or Community AMI. So here you can able to see default. This is your quick start. Just now we saw a quick start. Amazon Linux is already there. If you want to Mac, you can select Mac. If you want Ubuntu, you can select Ubuntu. You can able to see it is getting changed often. The server is getting changed. Amazon Linux by default is showing Amazon Linux. It will come by default. Now, if you go for other options, we will send other options, right? For that, we can browse more AMI, browse more AMI. Now, here you can able to see my AMI and Amazon Marketplace AMI. My AMI is 0 because we didn't launch any instances. If you have launched some instances, that will be stored here. AWS Marketplace AMIs. Here you can able to see Amazon Marketplace AMI. We have 6,112 servers are there with configuration already there. You can see what is a per hour charge. They have mentioned for what purpose and all they have used. They have already built and enabled it. We can able to select and use it directly. Or you can go for community AMI, which is having around 500 filtered and unfiltered, which is also used in Amazon. It's up to us which AMI we want, which configuration we want. We can able to select these configurations. Maximum we'll be using, come back to your quick start, and we'll be using the default one Linux with Amazon. That will be fully secure. Other instances, other operating system we want, we can able to select that also. Okay, so coming back, you can able to see this one. It came back to Amazon Linux, and it's automatically selecting the Linux operating system, which is a free tier eligibility. So we'll be using this free tier architecture on free tier instance only, so that you will not be charged. Okay, coming back, as I told you, quick start visa, my AMI, Amazon Marketplace, and community AMI. Next, as I told you, first first time when you take a instance, that will be unmodified. That is an unmodified instance. When you keep on adding, for example, when you buy a new mobile, it is very new mobile. Only 5 applications or or 10 applications are installed. Now, after you buy, will you keep on installing applications? Yes or not? And you will put password, security, and everything. Yes. Yes or no, guys? So now it will become an modified. That is, it has changed after you started using it. You will have some differences, right? When it was in the showroom and when you started using it, there is some difference. You can easily identify which is your mobile, correct? Because you have installed a lot of applications, or you might have set password, pattern, and everything. Same thing when you're taking the first time the instance, it is be like unmodified instance. When you do keep on installing, upgrading, and everything, it will become modified instance. So whenever AWS sees some modified instance, that will take a copy of that instance and keep it in your my AMI. They will keep it in your my AMI. So my AMI, why we want to keep? Because as I told you, first you are launching the configuration in region one. Let us take in the US, and you want to say you want to launch the same kind of application in another region. Let us take Australia. Then what I can do, I don't want to start again from the beginning, unmodified, modified, and all those things. Directly I take this my AMI store to copy, and I launch that, so that I don't want to waste time in again installing other applications. Okay, are you getting this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next comes your main thing, instance type. I told you like 270 types. How it will become 270 types? Let us see first. I'll tell you first. What is in the instance? Instance means I already told you this is server. Server is nothing but computer. Computer will have RAM, CPU, storage, and network. Right? All these things are included in this instant type. Okay. Now this a computer will have all these things, right? Same thing. Your instance also will have all these things. Now, it's not like I have a computer, so I can use that computer for every purpose. That is, you might got a 40,000 rupees computer, but you are trying to use it for a graphic designing work. Will it support? Will it support? Maybe 30,000 will give. Will it support?
No.
Correct. No, correct, right? Because based on the type of work you do, same thing. AWS itself says that, as I told you, there are 270 plus instant types. So you will get confused, na? Which instance I have to take for my work. So to avoid that, they have categorized the instant types. What are those categories? First is general purpose. General purpose is normal applications. Compute optimized, that is more manipulation is there. More compute processing should be there. More memory, where you have more memory space is required. Again, storage optimized, where you have storage capacity should be more. That is for your OTT platforms. Next, accelerated computing. What is it be accelerated? Accelerate means what? Accelerate means what? Accelerate means what? Fast. Right? Where we will use this fast? Which application is faster now? You guys itself know that. Which application is faster now? Where everyone are using it? Which everyone are using it? Yes, guys. Please tell me which application everyone or all the office professionals, everybody are using that. and it is giving you immediate response. What is that?
Outlook is
Outlook? No, no,
now
no.
Office
In your office also.
Teams application.
Teams.
No, can you repeat the question? Like what is the question?
Which application is used by everyone in all the fields nowadays, where they totally depend on that application? Most of them are depend on that application nowadays.
Artificial.
What is that? Artificial intelligence means what application is that?
ChatGPT.
Yes,
Chat
chat
GPT.
GPT. Yes,
Chat
so now
GPT.
chat GPT is what? Accelerated computing. What? Accelerated. When we use accelerator, you have your bike, car, you have acceleration, right? When will you,
Yes.
what you will do? When will you use that? You want to raise the speed, correct? So accelerated computing. So this accelerated computing is mainly for those kind of chat GPT applications. Okay. Now this instance will have what I told you already. RAM will have, processor will have, disk space and network performance. Now, as I already told you, they have been already categorized into 5 categories. Now this instance is offering first one. How will you identify what instance and what range and everything? That instance has been divided into family, generation, and size. Family, generation, and size. Now here you can able to see the instance name is T3 large. T3 large. Now what does T3 large represents? So T represents family name. So the family is from A to Z. A to Z, that is a family. So A to Z is already how many letters? 26 letters already there. Okay. Next one. 3 is representing the generation. What generation they are talking about? What generation they are talking? Can you guess it? What generation they are talking about?
The version what?
Which version you're saying?
No, like
Hmm.
right now in computer we are getting that generation one, generation Intel generation one.
Computer generations. What? Computer
Yes.
generations. So that's what you're saying. So 1 to 6th generation we came, 6th to 7th generation we came now. So 6th 1 to 6. Now again 6 letters are there. Next we have sizes. What are the sizes we have? We have 7 sizes. We have 7 sizes. One is nano, micro, small, medium, large, X large, and 2X large. X large and 2X large we have. Now all these 7. So nano representing virtual CPU, 2 CPUs. It is equal to 2 CPUs. T3 micro represents again 2 CPU, small represents 2 CPU, medium, large, and X large. You see, large is 2, X large is double of that 4. Again, X large into 2X large is again 8. It will become 8. Now, how your phone, when you buy a phone without hard disk, without storage, can you buy a phone? Or when you buy a computer also, can you buy a computer without hard disk, that is storage?
No.
At least minimum storage at least should be there,
Yes.
at least to run your computer, run your phone, correct na? Yes,
Yes.
so that minimum size required for this is what you see, 0.5 GB is enough. At least 1 GB, small it's 2, medium 4, large 8, large X large 16, and 2X large is 32. Now, just now I told you this hard disk is nothing but storage. Now, the storage is one of the type. In the storage type, we have EBS type. We have EBS. Now, what is this EBS? I will tell you later. Okay, maybe after some time I will tell you when it comes to storage. Now, what this EBS will do? Whenever we take instant type, whenever we take instant type, we always should have EBS only. We always should have EBS only for the EC2. Whenever we take EC2 as instance, we have to attach a storage, means you have to attach EBS storage only. Okay, why you want to use only EBS storage, not S3? S3 bucket is also storage service, but why is not S3? Why only EBS you have to put for your EC2 instance? That we'll discuss. Okay, in the storage section we'll discuss again. So as of now, you made a note that this T3 large is nothing but T is a family, 3 is a generation, large is a size. Okay, and we have 7 sizes. Now, as I already told you, 26 alphabets, 6 generations, and 7 sizes. So 26 into 6 into and 7. That's why I told you 270 plus. Previously it was only 1 to 5 generations. Now it is 6, 7 and all, it's gone. So 270 plus instant types we have. Out of this 270, it can be A1, A2, A3, A nano, A3 nano, A4 nano, like that and all. It will keep on going. So what we want, how will you identify this out of 270 plus, which instance I should take? There you will be having a confusion. There you will be having a confusion.
But sir, in this case, what I think is like even Amazon will suggest us, right? Like whatever the thing.
Yes, this exactly. Now you see the slide. Hmm. You see, based on your use case, Amazon itself is suggesting, if your application is a general purpose application, like a normal application, go with either take A1, M4, M5, T2, T3. You can able to see that I also have used. You can able to see this by default T3 micro instant type. You're able to see T3 micro, which is the default instance. T3 is a normal one. You can see Windows also will work. It's per hour charges only 0.0024, and Linux, Ubuntu, and all these things per hour charges there. Okay, this is your instant type. Now coming here, you can able to see, if your general purpose, broadly it is used by, mainly most of them will use only T2, T3. If it's very higher configuration you need, again we go for M4, M5. We'll try to manage. That is for broadly they will use. Compute optimize, where you need high performance, where you need very high performance, right? Where computing means what? The calculation manipulation has to be very fast. That means, for example, your PUBG, this temple run and all, we spoke yesterday, right? So those applications we need lot of computation power, because that guy has to run. Let us take temple run. That guy has to run, and he has to, the score has to be updated on the top. Again next has to update. So all these computation, immediate, that means your request and response will be very faster. That you need for compute optimize. Another third one is your memory optimize. That is more memory database. Let us say stock market. Stock market, immediately they are updating. Correct? They are immediately updating. That score has to be transferred from the database to the analysis. So that will take memory optimize. So there and all we can use R4, R5, X1, Z1, or C4, C5 here. Next, accelerator computing, just now I told you, chat GPT. Chat GPT kind of things we need to use G3, G4, P2, P3, F1. And another one is storage optimizer. That is where which application we need more storage. Which application need more storage? Your OTT platforms, correct? Na? Your storage, that is distributed file system. You will be having streaming videos. OTT platforms, we just need storage more, but not computation more. Because not like everyone will watch the movies at the same time. Right? So this is your instant types. Net comes your network settings. Just now we learned completed network settings. So whenever we launch an instance, we have to select the VPC, we have to select the subnet. So VPC identify and optionally the subnet. Public subnet, if you are going to use the server, is going to be for the usage of public. Public wants to access that server, then definitely we have to launch it in the public server. And should be automatic IP address automatically assigned. That means IP address will get automatically assigned when it becomes to public IP address, public subnet. Inside public subnet, you are launching your instance. Automatically, public IP address will get activated. So I think yesterday, not yesterday, day before yesterday, we have done this lab. Na? In that lab, you remember that we have lastly used launched EC2 instance. We launched EC2 instance. Anyway, the other module we are going to launch the compute module again. We will see that. So as we want the user and the server wants to access the internet, we always attach in the VPC the internet gateway. That's what it make it internet accessible. We'll use network setting. Next, IAM role. IAM role, where we learned IAM role, do you remember in the security options? In the security module, we learned about IAM role. I gave you an example as a cricket captain. Do you remember? Yes or no? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. So this IAM role is nothing but a temporary permission. So when you're launching an instance itself, you can give permission. So if we see here, I'm launching this instance. I know this instance wants to access S3 bucket objects. So what I will do, I create a temporary role, and that role will have the permission to access S3 bucket. That role I attach it to the IAM. I mean, I attach it to the instance. Now automatically instance will be able to access the S3 objects. S3 data, whatever we have, we can able to access it. So an IAM and AWS identity and access management role is attached to the EC2 instance, which is kept inside an instance profile. So where you can able to see this IAM role here in the tab. Here you can able to see instant type. Now here you can see network setting. Just now I explained, right? You can see edit, and you can select lab VPC because I created lab VPC. Now you can select the subnet or the private subnet, whatever it is. Subnet, public and private, and automatic assign public area. I told you, automatically assign the public IP address. Enable, then only public can able to access. Next one, security groups. We can able to put okay. That will come. Now okay, we came for instance role, right? Okay, where we'll give this instant role IAM role is here. You can able to see advanced details. Here in the instance profile it will come. You can create an IAM profile. So if you are, it is up to us only whether you want to create, while creating the instance itself you want to set the permission, or after creating the instance and then you can come and add the permission or the role also. That is also okay. Whichever we are comfortable, it will come. You can create and it will automatically refresh and it will come here automatically. Okay. So coming here, that's what you are not restricted to attach any policy only at one instant launch. You can also attach a role to the instance that already existing also. Already existing instance also you can add, or you can able to attach when you're launching itself. Any one is also fine. Anything is also fine. There is your attach IAM role. Next one, user data script. User data script. User data script is nothing but when you're launching your computer, when you're launching your instance itself, sometimes you can able to see if you have SQL or a database or PHP. Let us say PHP. You want to run a PHP application. You need Apache server. You need Apache server. Now that server has to launch. Normally, the developers first will download the Apache server, install it, then they manually go and start and launch. Okay, nowadays they have a lot of other options. Same thing, how it become now, it will become in the virtual computer. Now we are launching virtual computer only, right? We are launching EC2. We are learning the EC2 instance steps. We are learning the EC2 instance steps. the 9 steps of EC2 instance. We want to launch a instance. The time itself, like the Apache server has automatically when my instance is launched. That is, like when your computer starts, the server will start automatically right in the back. Same procedure. Now for that, itself script that is RSL script, user data script. Now what it do, it runs first time of the instance. Don't worry about again I forget to set all those things. We don't want to say. So why used mainly the number of custom layers main. So we can able to when we launch instead launch instance, we type the command or all the server launch alert that we can able to mention. Now what is this hash bin bash? Is nothing but bash command. This bash shell scripting command. YUM update. YUM nothing but yellow dog updater modified. Yellow dog updater modified. And YM install YGet. YGet. That means hyphen Y you get everything you take from my instance, and where you can able to get wget. Wget is web get. Web get. That is go and get from the web, automatically download and install it. That's what we are saying. Okay, so now YEM is nothing but yellow dog updater modified. So this option you can able to see here in the instance page. You can see at last. Now this IAM role and user data, everything are optional only. If you want, you can type it here so that when we launch your computer, you see, launch instance, and you see it's one computer. For buying one computer, it will take more time. I told you one day, but here you see, you can able to launch thousand computers with the same configuration with just one click. It will automatically get launched. Okay, coming here. Next comes your storage option. Next comes your storage option. As I told you, storage option. What is the storage option? It means AWS is having EC2 instance. As I told you, EC2 instance is a server. Now, server, when I launch, I need a storage service. I need a storage service. Now, already, whatever we are using, as I told you, we are a guest operating system. Okay, where the guest operating system is installed, where this EC2 instance is nothing but your root volume. EC2 instance will always allow root volume, which is your EBS. Okay, why we want to take EBS as option, I will tell you. Before that, let me finish this one. So attach additional storage volumes also. That means by default, like how every phone is having some particular storage level. By default, AWS also is giving EC2 instance along with EC2 instance store. 1 GB of instance store. Instance means what? Instance means what?
Server.
Immediately, right? Right. So they are giving a temporary storage, this instance store. If I keep anything in that temporary storage, whenever I pass my system or terminate the system, the data will go. Terminate means only all the data will go. But when I pass the system, the data will go here from the local. That is your instance store. It will get removed from the local store. But instead of that, whenever you launch an EC2 instance, you take a separate volume, that is additional storage volume, in the form of EBS. In the form of EBS, your data will not get lost when you pass. When you pass or hold, your data will not go because it is storing in your storage copy. Like your phone have SD card option is there? Yes, no. You have SD card option. Yes. So which one is a permanent solution? If your phone got repaired, can you able to access the data which is there in the phone? Yes or no? Will you able to access the data which is in your phone if the phone got repaired? Yes, guys.
No,
Are you there?
no.
No, right? But in the SD card, can I remove the SD card and put it in another mobile? Will it work?
Yes.
Yes, same thing, similar to that. EBS, if you put the data, if you pass or hold, your data will not get lost. Your data will not get lost. But in instant store, that is EBS, the data will not get lost when you pass or hold. When you pass or hold in EBS. In instant store, if you pass or hold, the data will get lost. The data will get lost. Are you getting? Okay, because it's a temporary solution. When you launch, you can give this EC2 instance. When you use EC2 instance, temporarily reserving a temporary storage space, that is your instant store. But if you permanently data should not get deleted even when I pass. So when you launch itself, you can take the storage called specific storage type. That is what type of volume, that is 3 GB. I mean in GB. And volume, there are volume types also. In that volume type you see. So whatever we are using in our mobile, is it SSD or hard disk? This volume type, this hard disk volume type, there are two types. SS solid state drive, another is hard disk drive. Is our mobile is solid state drive or hard disk drive? Yes, come on guys. So your mobile is having SSD or HDD?
I think
Mm-hmm.
SSD.
SSD. That's why you're putting SD card, correct na?
Yes.
SD card only you're putting inside your mobile, right? Nowadays, okay. Coming to laptops, which one laptop has? Hard disk or the SSD?
HDD. One.
HDD, right? So HDD laptops will be small. Laptops storage space are small. You're able to see laptops are very slim. So if it is slim and very thin, then it is solid state drive. Okay. You can able to see at the right side, they will ask you to put SSD card and all. Then it will automatically you can understand this SSD. Hard disk mainly used for your desktop computers. Fine. Okay. As I told you, if the volume will be deleted when the instance is terminated, automatically in both the places, when the volume is terminated, both the data will get lost, both of your places. Okay. And the plus point in this EBS is the encryption should be used. If encryption should be used, by default, EBS is having encryption. By default, the instance is having encryption. That is whenever we take EBS as your type. Okay, now here you can able to see the difference between block store and instant store. Block store means, as I told you, additional module that you are taking. Whenever you take EC2, company is giving temporary storage, that is your instant store, and you are taking some 8 GB of pure store, that is called your EBS. Now what is the plus point? EBS is durable, elastic, durable, and it's a block level storage. It's a block level storage. What is this block level storage? I will explain you. I'll explain you in the storage. Okay, block level storage volume means what is this block level storage? Now, here if you take the EC2 instance with EBS, you can able to stop the instance and start the internet again. The data will not get lost. It will be there. It will be there. But if you terminate, the data also will go. Okay, but coming to instant store, empirical storage is provided on disks that are attached to the host computer. That means, as I told you, it's a temporary storage, it's attached. If the instance stops, data stored here will get deleted. Data stored here will get deleted. And other options for storage. Other options for storage we have two more. Now, what are the other two? Is mount an elastic file system. This is a file system kind of storage. And another one is simple storage service. That's now I told you S3 bucket. This is object level storage. This is file level storage. And EBS is your block level storage. Okay. So now these four are the storage options. We have four, but these two will not use maximum for EC2. Whenever EC2 is your instance and the data has to come, data has to be stored, we have to use EBS. Are you getting this?
But won't that be according to the need we have? Like, why always the
Hmm.
block storage only?
Yes,
Like,
that's what. Here you can able to see, you will identify. Let us take the instance one. You see, it has an EBS root volume type for the operating system. Okay, you see, here's your instance. By default, they are giving temporary storage of 1 MB, I mean 1 GB attached to the volume. Apart from that, you are attaching 20 GB of root volume, that is with the EBS you are attaching. Okay. Now, what will happen if the instance is stopped and then started again? What will happen? Will the data will be there or not? You guys have to say. I explained you the previous slide.
Data will be there.
Data will be there. Correct, na? Why?
Uh, we use EBS here.
Yes, we took EBS as a storage service. So automatically the instance data will go to EBS only. You see 500 GB, another extra GB also he has taken. By default, he took 20 GB of volume, and again some people will add one more storage to it. So now automatically, if the instance is stopped, the data will not go. The data will not go. The data will not go. But now coming to the second one, it has an instance store root volume type for the operating system. That is, it's having only temporary storage. That is, empirical volume alone it is having. Now, what will happen if the instance is stopped because of the user or the system malfunction? What will happen? What will happen? The data will be there or not? If you're having only a backup of in instance store,
I think the data will get deleted. Will not get the data.
will not get deleted. Will not get deleted. You're saying
No, the data will get deleted and we will not able to recover.
yes. So as previously mentioned, if your EBS has your volume, you can stop and start the instance again. The data will be there. But EC store, instance store has your volume. If you stop the instance, the data will get deleted. Okay, this is an important question. You write and keep it so that you will remember. Okay, next is your tags. Tags is nothing but why we want tags. Now we create the, I think we have learned in our billing module. You remember, I told you like EC2 is highest cost, so I'll put a tag for EC2 instance. I like important is my tag name, so I can write what is a name and keeper. For example, name web server. I'm creating a tag called web server. Whatever I can able to add the other resources I can add with the same name. But here only we are launching instance. Na? So in the launching instance itself, we are putting a tag. This is nothing but a label that you can assign to your AWS resources. So it consists of some key and operational values as well. Tagging is mainly to attach your metadata. What is my metadata? Metadata is nothing but data about data. What? Data about data. Do you know what is my data about data?
Like we have the index tables wherein
Mm,
where the data is actually stored, we can
mhm. Okay.
like
Index
hash
values.
tables or index tables we have wherein we can get through them and get to know where exactly that data is stored.
Okay. Now, generally, I'm asking metadata means nothing but data about data. Okay. Don't want to go in depth or not. Just data means, for example, this class is having 4 students, right? Now, this is a general information. Now, data, according to me, this is also one of the data. Now, data about data means now I have to go in depth about your data. Okay, now in this class, Balakrishnan is there, Rupali is there, Sheikh Mohammed is there. What they are doing, what their age, everything I am have to calculate. Now that will become data about data. Same thing here. It will go in depth about the instance ID, instance public address, private address, auto assigned or not, all those things. Now, why we want to use this tagging is mainly for filtering, automation, and cost allocation. Just now I told you, na, EC2 is costing, S3 is costing. I put common tag for both, costing tag. Now, what will happen whenever I select the filter called costing, automatically my EC2 instance and S3 bucket will come, and access control. Now, name server, that is your tags. So this is your simple thing only, just an filtering purpose, automation. We can able to use this tags. Next one is security groups. As we already learned security groups in the previous module, right? Why we need security groups? To control the to and fro traffic. To control the to and fro traffic. As I showed here also in the instance, we can able to set the security groups here. You can able to see that. See security groups, incoming traffic. I can mention all traffic allow. I can mention all traffic allow. All will allow. I can allocate HTTP access only. HTTP only. So HTTP only will be able to allow you to. We can able to access. HTTP is mainly from website. You can mention anywhere or custom IP or IP address. It's up to us. Maximum we'll always put anywhere IP address only. Okay, this is your security. We'll be adding all these things. No issues. We'll be adding in the lab. Just to know what are these things, because in the launching your website itself we have 7 to 9 points we have. So here you can mention, see, just now we saw a TCC TCP port number automatically come, whether you want my IP or separate IP, you can mention that. So mainly it'll automatically take this port number, protocol and everything once you select this type. Okay, we don't want to go and type each and everything. Next one is your key pair. Next one is your key pair. Key pair is nothing but, see, whenever you want to access, as I told you, I think whenever you want to access any resources in AWS, you definitely need a username and password. You definitely need a username and password. Same thing for here in the EC2 instance, you want to access, you need your public key and private key. It's nothing like but username and password only. Okay. Now, a key pair consists of always public key that stores that AWS stores, and private key that file you store. And we can able to have this key pair not only for Windows, Linux also. In Windows we can able to use this private key mainly to obtain your administration password, administrate, like how you're logging into your account. Same thing, your username, password, you can able to log in either, or you go with this private key to access your SSH, mainly to secure our accounts, mainly to secure your accounts. We can able to use this Linux. So these are the 9 key decisions you can able to see. Then once you are done with this, Once you click the launch button, automatically this website screen you can able to see the EC2 instance has been launched. Now previously Visa, I showed you how to launch your EC2 instance. So here once you select everything and you come for launch button is there. So we talk about user data, instance profile, instance profile, configuration means security groups, network settings, key pair. This is your key pair. You can able to see key pair. We can mention proceed without a key pair also, or create a key pair like this. Create key pair. You can give a name for it like walkie. Give. Okay. So now we can just click this create pair, create key pair. It'll come and it'll store as a file. It'll be storing as a file. Use it. Okay. Now we come for this one. We'll finish this guys in four to five slides only left out. The same concept only. Whatever we have seen, whatever we have seen, whatever we have seen is all are in the management console page. Okay. Management console page means graphical user interface, which we just select it, move it, drag it down. But here you can able to launch a computer, launch your EC2 instance through command line also. That is EC2. You see AWS EC2 run instances, image id like AMI id, count one represents what, how many number of computers you're going to launch. Next instant type we have mentioned c3 dot large, and we have key pair. We can able to create key pair also, key name key pair. Next we create my security groups and we select the region. So all these things we can able to do it in the command line interface itself. That is also possible. Okay, we have this like your normal computer. Normal computer, when you start, what will happen? This is your life cycle, EC2 instance life cycle. Normal computer, when you start, what will happen? It will slowly load and then it will come to your login page. Am I right? It'll ask you to type your username and password. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, same thing. First, when you launch the computer, it will first go to pending state. Now, from pending state, it will go to running state. In case if it's not working, what we will do? Our computer is not working. It's keep on starting, but it's not. I mean, it's keep on loading only, but it's not starting. What you will do?
Restart.
Exactly. So reboot. We can just mention reboot, refresh, reboot. It will automatically refresh. Now, again, same thing. When you want to shut down your computer, what will happen? You have to close all the tabs, and then you click shut down. Now, shut down. Once you click, it will not immediately get shut down. Again, that will also will take time. So slowly it will go to shutdown stage, then it will come to termination stage. Now, as we already mentioned, EBS backed. If your storage is backed by EBS, and in case if you are stopping, for example, instead of terminating, we mention Fatima. We mention stopping. First, it will go to stopping state, then it will go to stop state. If it is backed up by EBS, just now we mentioned, na, will the data will be there or not? If it is backed by EBS, yes. If it is backed by EBS, the data will be there. If it is not backed by EBS, then the data will not be there. And same thing, once you terminate, the data will go. It will not be there. This is your life cycle. Now, same thing only whenever you want, you can use elastic IP address also. Whenever we reboot an instance, it will not change any of your IP address or DNS host name. When an instance is stopped and started again, the public IP address, if your public IP address alone it is having, the public IP address and the external DNS name will get changed. Okay, but when you use private IP address and the internal DNS host name does not change, that means the public IP address is nothing but, for example, you have a, I told you already, the servers are there, multiple servers are there. Once this is not working, immediately it will move to the next one. When this is not working, it will immediately move to the next one. Correct, na? But the public should not. The public who's watching that telecasting, the server, let us say cricket.com. Cricket.com public is watching. That is launched on this server. Now this server got repaired. Immediately it will move to the next server. But public UP address, IP address will not get changed. Same thing only here. When it is in the public, it will get changed here. When you reboot. When it's in the private, the internal DNS host name will not change. And elastic IP address, also I already mentioned in the previous chapter, mask the failure. It is up to us whether you select the elastic IP address or not. But it remains allocated to your account until you choose to release it. If you're not releasing it, is if you're not releasing, it will be because elastic IP address is already costing. If you're not releasing, it will keep on charging you. All right. Next one, instance metadata. Metadata means nothing but, as I told you, data about data. If you want to know what is your internal data, that is your IP address, your EC2 instance, more details, you can mention at 169.254.169.254 slash latest metadata. You have to mention metadata. Now, metadata means it will talk about the IP address, what is the host number, and everything. When it comes to user data, I want my user data. You just have to type only one line. Instead of metadata, you put user data. User data will get public IP address, private IP address, public host name, instance, security group, region, availability zone. So all these things you will be able to get it from the user data. So this is rarely only we'll be using it. Just to know, for our terminology, we should know 169.254, 169.254. Next is the CloudWatch. CloudWatch, what it will do, like you're having your system is having task manager, na? Your system is having task manager. What is this task manager will show you? Is it showing
Processor,
your
like how
CPU,
much of the
memory?
processor is occupied,
Yes, exactly.
running
Same thing only.
processes.
Running processes, which one is taking how many reads, how many writes, capacity, everything. Here also you see AWS CloudWatch also CPU utilization, disk needs, disk write operation, low operation, everything it will read operation, everything it will show. So CloudWatch is mainly to monitor your EC2 instance. It will provide real-time metrics as well, and it provides charts in the Amazon EC2 console monitor that you can able to view it, and maintains around 15 months of historical data. By default, what it will do, it will export 15 months of all the old data, it will keep it. By default, it will not charge you anything. But in case if you want to change the metrics, that every 1 minute I want to change the metrics, I want the metrics means every 5 minutes I want to change the metrics means you can able to change it, but you have to pay for extra for this. Next, you can you can give fixed monthly rate for several pre-sector metrics also. If you want separate data, you can able to take that also. So metric data will get delivered in 1 minute, but it will be additional cost. That's your CloudWatch. CloudWatch is basically launch our application. EC2 enables you to run Linux and virtual machines in the cloud. You can launch EC2 instance from an AMI template into the VPC account. You can choose from many instance types. Each instance type offers different combination of CPU, RAM, storage, and network capabilities. You can configure security groups to mainly to control access to the instance. User data helps enables you to specify a script to run the first time that an instance launches. Only instance backed by a EBS can be stopped. You can use CloudWatch to capture and review metrics on your EC2 instance. These are things we have discussed in the main module. Tomorrow we'll see about the EC2 cost optimization. Okay, so you guys understood. We talk about the 9 key decisions. No, don't need to worry about now. It like little blank something. When you launch your first instance, na compute launch in your account, personal account, you'll be knowing it very clearly as well. Now I have explained the 9 steps. What is main steps involved? Okay. Are you guys there? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, fine. So we'll see tomorrow at the same time. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.